Count on LEX 18 News.
For millions of parents, the frantic search for formula is getting closer to home, and people here in Kentucky are feeling the pressure to feed their kids.
The one goal and as a parent is to make sure our child has what they need. So it's rough.
43% of the nation's baby formula supply is out of stock, and many rely on specific formula brands.
Many babies have milk allergy, need specialty formulas, and they're very concerned that they're not going to be able to find those things.
And while many are calling on moms to breastfeed, it's not an option that works for every mom or every baby.
There's some really rare cases where babies are specifically allergic to breast milk.
LEX 18 News at 6 starts now. Tonight on LEX 18 News at 6, we're going in depth on the baby formula shortage, and we have team coverage. LEX 18's Austin Pollock is talking to doctors about what parents can safely do to feed their children and keep them healthy.
Christiana Ford explains the reason behind the shortage and what it looks like on local store shelves. Plus, Sydney Darden explains that not every mother can breastfeed, even if they can produce milk.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Nancy Cox.
And I'm Larry Smith.
The baby formula shortage is impacting families nationwide.
As we learn more on why it's happening in the first place, LEX 18's Christiana Ford found out today. Experts say it could go on for another 10 weeks or so. She begins our in-depth team coverage at 6.
All across the bluegrass, people are sharing images and stories about how hard it is to find baby formula.
That is the one goal and as a parent is to make sure our child has what they need. I don't have to deal with it personally, but just thinking about if this had happened, a couple of months back when she still needed her formula, it breaks my heart.
Data from research company Data Assembly looks at the baby formula stock across the country. It shows in April 2022, baby formula shortages hit 30% and jumped to 40% at the end of the month.
Take a look at this graph that shows the out-of-stock percentages in Kentucky has grown month by month. And when we ask experts why, they say it's a combination of both long-term problems and short-term problems.
95% of the U.S. supply of baby formula is manufactured here in the U.S. So it isn't a let's bring it home type of proposition. These manufacturers are enormous. The long-term problem is you have a variety of products manufactured by few companies. And if one goes offline for any type of reason, shortages can happen.
The problems began as the COVID-19 pandemic led to disruptions in labor, transportation, and raw materials. Then people started stockpiling. Then in February, Abbott Nutrition, one of the biggest manufacturers, recalled several major brands of powdered formula and shut down its Sturgis, Michigan factory.
The FDA got tip-offs from consumers that a couple of infants had gotten bacterially ill from using baby formula. 2 unfortunately had died, so a real tragedy.
Former FDA Associate Commissioner Peter Pitts says it could have been a lot better had parents been warned and given time to prepare.
And what happened was parents went to the market one day and the shelves were bare and they panicked, and that could have been avoided.
Until production catches up to the demand, Pitts says families will be limited on the amount they can buy in stores and online. And they might not find the product their baby uses for quite some time.
We are at the beginning of the end of this problem. The Abbott plant is going back online, but we still have 4 to 6 weeks, possibly 10 weeks of shortages.
He's hoping lawmakers, the FDA, and private companies can work together better to prevent this large of a problem from happening again. Christiana Ford, LEX 18 News.
For new and expecting parents, this might feel a bit like uncharted territory.
In order to get some answers, LEX 18's Austin Pollock sat down with a doctor from Lexington Women's Health for a Q&A session.
What are you telling patients about how to prepare for the baby formula shortage?
We're asking them to call their pediatricians for a recommendation for either a comparable alternative or to help them find the formulas that may be a little bit more complicated.
What should parents do if they're unable to find the formula that they need?
And they should definitely call their local pediatrician, local health departments. What they should not do is try to make their own formula, dilute formula that they already have, because that can decrease the nutritional value of the formula and can actually harm their infants. We're also asking patients who are yet to have their babies not to stock up on formula preventatively in order to preserve the supply for infants and children that are already needing it. For patients in rural areas, we're asking them to call their local health departments, WIC offices, that they may not have as many local resources.
Is there any home formula that people can make?
Absolutely not. There is no known safe home formula that is going to meet the nutritional requirements for a new baby. Professionally made, regulated by the FDA formulas are really what we're recommending for people to try to obtain. Babies can become malnourished, dehydrated. It does not have the same nutritional value as a commercially available formula.
Bevan also says parents can call the pediatrician to see if they can get the formula from the provider, or the office may have samples in the meantime. In Lexington, Austin Pollock, LEX 18 News.
You know, the baby formula shortage isn't affecting only women who bottle feed. Mothers who supplement breastfeeding with formula are also struggling to keep their children fed.
LEX 18's Sydney Darden spoke with a specialist about why breastfeeding may not be the only answer to the formula problem.
On social media, we're seeing the same question again and again and again. If you're having such a hard time finding formula, why not just breastfeed? Well, we asked one lactation specialist, and she explains why the answer to that question isn't so simple.
It's stressful. It's a really stressful time for families right now,
says international board-certified lactation consultant Ashley Kester. Whether she's helping new moms virtually or in person, she says her job isn't just about increasing a woman's milk production and advocating for breastfeeding.
Our goal is to make sure a baby is fed. And while we would love to see them get as much breast milk as possible, we're never going to advocate for not feeding a baby.
And since it can take months for a woman new to breastfeeding to up her supply, some of Kester's feeding plans include breastfeeding and formula.
There's still lots of benefit to combo feeding. It does not have to be either or.
According to the CDC, most babies are not exclusively breastfed their first 6 months. As the shelves continue to run bare in the formula aisle, Kester says breastfeeding moms are also feeling the pressure to feed their children.
Breastfeeding itself is stressful, and not knowing if you have a backup plan, if that fails, is really stressful for families as well.
And for moms looking to up their milk production right away, Kester says there are simple things you can do to get started, like frequent skin-to-skin contact and scheduled pumping sessions.
You do need to remove milk to make more milk. And the more frequently you remove milk, the more the body knows to continue to make it.
In Richmond, Sydney Darden, LEX 18 News.
Kester also recommends donor milk for those wanting to exclusively breastfeed. If you need to make an appointment with a lactation consultant, you can check with your insurance to see if they will cover those sessions.
Today, LEX 18 caught up with Governor Beshear while he was early voting. He says that the federal government is working to alleviate the stress on parents in this situation. He points out that Kentucky is not suffering with the formula shortage as much as other states, but that he understands the pressures, especially as a parent himself.
Being parents ourselves and having been there 11 and 12 years ago, we know how critical this is for the nutrition of these children and how scary it must be for their parents even just to worry about it.
Kentucky Senator Mitch McConnell issued a statement about the shortage, blaming the Biden administration.
Well, here's your chance to voice your opinion. We're asking you, which is the most pressing issue for you right now?
Baby formula shortage, high gas prices, or inflation? We have some votes coming in right now, and it looks like the majority is saying inflation. But you can continue to take part. Scan the QR code on your screen right now or log on to lex18.com/vote now. Let us know what you think about the issue, and we'll check back in a little later with results.